Nine correspondent Denham Hitchcock is in Cebu City. Denham, I would imagine the situation is incomprehensible.
That is one of the words I've heard a lot today, Pete. The other one is unimaginable, and a lot of that has to do with the sheer scale and the numbers that we're talking about here. You heard Mark say 10,000 people. Well, that's just TACLOBAN alone, and they're not at the bottom of that yet. The more they peel apart the debris, the more bodies they are finding. People just aren't getting the basics: food, water and shelter. They just cannot get them. They're being deprived of that, and that's why we're seeing looting, people turning on each other, and that is again one of the sad things here. Now the relief agencies, they're already looking ahead, worried about diseases like cholera. The relief agencies are saying those numbers could go into the hundreds of thousands if disease breaks out. And when you go wider than that, well, it's 9 million people affected. 9 million. That's roughly the population of Sydney and Melbourne put together. And of those 9 million, 4 million are children. And if it couldn't get any worse, Pete, there's a tropical storm on the way. It'll bring a lot of rain to those affected areas, and that's due to hit in the coming days.
The road to TACLOBAN is full of damage and grief. And sadly, the view doesn't change. These are the towns and villages that haven't seen the aid trucks or the doctors. The towns and villages where children are begging by the side of the road.
What are those kids saying?
Please help me.
You've seen the aerial pictures, heard those huge numbers. 10,000 dead, 9 million affected. But being in the middle of it all is very different.
I feel bad because we have no more house, we no more food. We lost everything in the typhoon.
They used to live in a paradise framed by palm trees, but 4 days ago, nature turned against them. These towns have quite literally been shredded. They knew it was coming, but that didn't help.
We know, but we can do anything but just tighten our houses, put some ropes.
There's very few happy stories here, but we found one in the town of Barangamaya.
Basically your whole village in this corner of the chapel.
Yes.
When the walls and the roof disappeared, they ran here.
Under the truck?
Yes, under the truck.
The whole village?
Yes, under the truck.
When it started to lift and the children started to slide, they had to move.
That's a lot of people in a very small corner.
Yes, there's a lot of people here in that small area.
Every house was levelled, but all 45 people survived. Sadly, their story is unique.
They have just yesterday, just here on the town, they have buried 3,000 people.
They buried 3,000 people from this town alone?
Just this town alone, and there's still a lot out there in our plaza.
Still many,
they're still laying, yeah, and
more bodies.
we don't, exactly. We have not even have enough bags to put them in.
That, along with the deprivation of basic human necessities, is turning neighbours against each other.
Food! Food!
There's a lot of noise out there, mate. What are they saying?
Panay bugas. No more rice.
We would need help. I'm begging from any outside, anywhere from all over the world that can see this. We need your help.
Denham Hitchcock, 9 News, TACLOBAN.